You are listening to the AMZ Show, where you can learn the strategies and techniques we implement to build multiple streams of passive income online, generating millions of dollars in revenue last year alone. To get some of our free training videos, just go to amzshow.com and we will send you our quick start guide for free.
Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about scaling your business. What are the steps? How do you scale your business from zero all the way up to wherever you're looking to go? Some people might scale to 50,000 a year, some might scale to 100,000 a year, some might scale to millions a year, and some might do nothing at all. So today we're going to be talking about what it takes to scale your business.
Right, there's some groundwork to be done before you can do that, and a lot of people are wondering what exactly it is that you can do and to forecast your future and to scale up.
Yeah, we got a couple of questions with that exact wording in there, that what are the steps that I should do initially? I haven't started yet, but what are some steps that I should do now to anticipate scaling my business and to make it easier to grow it? And that's why we thought it would be a great show to do today, is to talk about what are the steps, what things can you do right now and do from day one to forecast the fact that you are going to scale your business. You know, half of success comes from just being confident. You know, people say sometimes, that that person seems cocky or
arrogant, right?
Yeah, and you're thinking, well, no, it's not really cockiness or arrogance. It's just being confident and competent, right? If you are confident that you could do something and you're competent enough to do it, then that's just being confident in yourself that you're gonna do it. So I don't want to sit here and say that, okay, every time that I look to launch a product, I'm automatically going to be successful, but I kind of feel that way, right?
You have to, humbly, you have to. And that's what we see. We talk about Sam Freeney, how he says the same thing every time he launches a product. He knows he's going to get there to the first page, and he has that confidence as well, and that's what led him to do so well.
Yeah, that's how I feel too, right? I mean, you can never guarantee anyone's success or even your own success, but if you do the right things, lay it out in the right way, and that's why when it comes to how are you going to ultimately boost your company, how are you going to scale that up, how are you going to really kickstart it, there's one thing that I always like to say, and the reason why I feel this way is because everyone should just start with one or two products, right? And I made a mistake when I first started by starting with supplements. That wasn't a good idea. Now, because that's something that once you're more experienced, once it's more advanced, once you have really mastered the art of building an online business, then you might want to consider something like supplements, because supplements, it's, really cutthroat, a lot of competition. It's a really tough process with Amazon to get ungated. I mean, everyone ultimately gets ungated if they keep doing the work and they follow all the steps. You'll ultimately get ungated, but I think like 7 times they said their decision was final.
It's final, right?
I'm not getting ungated, and I'm like, okay, after like 6, I started to believe them. I'm like, geez, maybe they're not going to, but I just knew, okay, let me just go right back in. And that's just funny. The difference between the 6th time and like, it might even be more, but let's say it was 7, but because the time right before they finally said yes, I just resubmitted the exact same paperwork again. It's just somebody else reviewed it and then approved it. So it wasn't even a matter that, like maybe in the beginning there was just like a couple little things missing, and then they would say, you're not getting ungated.
Well, they flag it right away.
They do. That's exactly what happened.
And that's all they look at. Then the next person just looks at the flag and then doesn't approve it. So.
Exactly, yeah. So then the case gets closed. You end up reopening the case. So, I don't mean to scare you guys about supplements. I'm just saying that, to start out, you might not want to.
You can end up with supplements later on, but maybe start out with, like we were saying, maybe a jump rope or something else. Yeah,
because that's what I was getting at with, forecasting your success and kind of thinking of, I'm going to go into this knowing that I want to scale this business. So there's certain things you could do from day one, things like this. So when you're looking at a product, and we've talked about it so many times, does it sell well? Can I compete? Are the margins there? It's all in the free video on onlinesecrets.net. Just enter your first name and your email address, and I'll send you out the video report how you do that. Determine if it sells well, if the margins are there, and if you can compete. That's the simple part. But because there's so many products that meet that criteria. So what you're doing is you're looking at those products, but you're thinking of what's going to be my second product that can relate to it. What's going to be my third product that can relate to it. You should be looking, I'm not saying everyone is, but you should be looking to actually build a brand, not just, sell a few products and make some money. You should be looking to actually build a brand and take this serious. So, for me, it's like, and we talked about it, if somebody were to start with jump ropes, like when we were in China, we saw some really cool jump ropes, like they, with the real like heavy duty handles. It's like the ones from the gym.
They're really good quality.
And, like I was looking at it, I'm like, oh, those have to be expensive, because the ones at the gym are probably $50 jump ropes, right? Because they get beaten to death. But in China, they had some of those for like $4 or $5, right? So, and they also had some that were 50 cents. They had some that were 80 cents. They had some that were $2. So if you were starting off with something like that, and that's the only reason I mentioned jump ropes is because I've seen that they sell well. The margins are there. You can compete. And if it meets that criteria, that's what gets me excited to at least say, okay, well, maybe I start with jump ropes. Now, we saw like those hand squeeze things, like just different. And when you're forecasting these things, you're just kind of, not that you need to know every single product you're going to sell. You want to be able to say, hey, there's a number of things in that category where I can actually build my store, build my brand, and make it something that I'm not relying on just one product. Because that's what a lot of people are more concerned with, is that they think, okay, I have to find the winner. I have to find the one product where I'm going to hit a home run, where I'm going to succeed. And to me, it's more like, okay, some of the best baseball players in the world, they fail 7 times out of 10. They go up to bat, they fail 7 times. 3 times they're successful, and they're the most successful baseball players in the world, right? So, you can't look at succeeding every time. Now, obviously, you don't want to fail 7 times out of 10, but to me, failure might just be that it doesn't take off. But if the margins are there, you can compete, it sells well, then there's really, I don't see how I could maybe not hit a home run, but at least make some money and certainly not lose money. Now, it doesn't mean that, people that I've seen people go off on their own and then they'll come back to me after. They'll say, hey, I made all these mistakes and, I bought these products. I didn't have any mentor. I didn't have anyone trying to help me. And now can I join the inner circle? They're asking now, and it's like, hey, no problem. Like, I would just wish you would have met me, before you got started. And they say, yeah, like, I wish I had heard of you, a year ago when I had started, because I was starting to get really discouraged. I didn't have a process. I didn't understand how I was going to be able to succeed at this business. And, one of our coaches now, he was selling on Amazon for like 6 years, still joined our inner circle, then started doing really well, and ultimately became one of the coaches and one of the leaders in the mastermind. And that's what's really cool, is because, if he just thought he knew it all, then he would have never started in our inner circle, and then he would have never ended up being one of the coaches in the inner circle, and he wouldn't have grown his business. So it's like, it was a win-win all the way around.
And he got out of his own way after 6 years. That's incredible.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And we've had people that, have sold, thousands of products before ever joining the inner circle, and just getting the benefits of being part of a mastermind, part of a team, part of like-minded group. Sometimes people need that more than anything, because their day-to-day life, people are telling them they can't do it. They don't really have support. They're feeling like, that they don't really have someone that's on the same page with them. And for some people, they can't get over that. And some people do get over that. And, but that's not going to be the vast majority. Some people, they take that to heart, that negativity and the non-support. So it's kind of cool to have like fellow inner circle members that support each other and care about each other and help each other. But in terms of scaling your business, you had a really good idea about it too that you've seen.
Yeah, let's say you create a brand in fitness, and now you have many products in that category, but then you start to branch out and start to look at different subcategories and smaller categories. And this is where bestseller badges come in. This is where really you line yourself up to scale it up later on.
Yeah, because that's what's really cool. And because you could say you're in fitness, you can get in all these little subcategories of fitness and get bestseller badges. And, you can really start to dominate those smaller subcategories while still focusing on the bigger category of fitness. And sometimes, people will do that just naturally, but just because it comes to them at the end. But if you had the foresight to realize that, hey, let me go into this knowing that, hey, if I start with this, I can move to this, I can expand and expand and expand. And I can tell you right now that every product's not going to be a home run, but if one of them hits really good and two of them just do okay, that's a massive success. If you can do that and then keep repeating that, have another one do really well, two more, and you're just starting to build your brand in that category.
That's what I was going to say. I love that idea. I mean, even for me personally, if I have a couple of products that are not, if I'm breaking even, I'm happy with it because it's adding to the line of products that I already have. If I have a few other ones that do really well.
That's right. And it's just, it gives you more content too. Like we were talking about before about making FameBit videos and things like that. It's like the more content, the more people you can drive to your store, the more you can boost your sales, spike that Amazon algorithm. That's sometimes is just as important because you're actually building something than just worrying about, okay, how much money am I going to make on this one product? Because the chances of you just picking out one product and we've seen it, like Justin was pretty crazy, picked out one product and in 30 days, hit a home run, 40 something thousand in sales in 30 days. I mean, I'll tell you that's definitely not going to happen.
Better than you did.
It happened. Yeah. Better than I did. Right. And better than you did too.
Absolutely.
But the truth is, you're not going to hit a home run like that. I mean, yes, it happened, but I'm telling you right now, that's not going to happen. But hey, I mean,
prove him wrong.
Yeah. Right. Prove me wrong, because Justin certainly did, right? I say, listen, I mean, that's ridiculous to to shoot so far, right? Because that's you don't want to also let yourself down. If that works for 1 out of 50 people, 1 out of 100 people, that's good for them, but you don't want to bank your whole future and then be disappointed and then give up. Me, I mean, I can make those lofty goals because I know if I don't hit them, that I'm not going to give up and it's not going to deter me. I know that I'm just going to drive forward. And we see that a lot in the inner circle. There's you see the people that start off with that self-doubt and they're really apprehensive, they're nervous that, are they going to be able to really build something serious here? And then it's pretty fun when you see them, start to get more confident, get their product, their sales, they're excited, they're going in the Facebook group and they're so excited. They're sending us videos. It's not even, changing their life. It's just kind of giving, I mean, that's what they say, but I don't believe it's changing their life. I believe it's just giving them the tools for them to change their own life.
Exactly. That's
right?
exactly what it is.
You can't change someone's life, but if you give them the tools and those tools help them to be able to change their own life, you can feel good about that too.
Right. So talking about setting up for scaling your business later on, now one of the really good ways to do that is bundling.
Yeah, because bundling, that was one of the keys really, because it gives you more of your product line, right? So you end up getting more SKUs by just simply bundling two products. So what I did is I took one of the weight loss products and one of the detox products, put those together, and that becomes a third product. And
did one of those not do so well, or was it breaking even, or were they both really good?
I mean, independently, they both did well. But what was funny is when I started bundling, it was like some of the bundles outsold the actual individual products. Like it was crazy. More people, they just liked the idea. And it was cool because I was able to test different bundles. But, I've sold thousands of bundles. And I would have never sold those had I not just bundled them, right? Because I firmly believe that it didn't take away from the sales of either one because the sales overall would grow. And what's cool is now you have a third product. I mean, I ultimately did a bunch of bundles, but I'm using the example of, let's say, the weight loss product and the detox product. When I put those together, that gave me a third SKU, but that also gave me a third chance to go after other keywords and be able to dominate other keywords and other search queries. So now I have like 3 products working for me when really it's only 2 products. And then they can click on my bundle, then they click on my store, then they see that they could also buy them individually. So the bundle might have even help too by bringing in someone. Then they say, well, the cost, because I wouldn't really discount it too much, different than the retail price of both items, right? But then they would say, well, hey, yeah, like that detox looks really good. I'm looking to do a detox right now. Maybe I'll try this detox product. And then I would get a sale, but they might have came from the keywords based off the bundle. Well, not might have, they have come from the keywords based off the bundles. And a lot of times they might just say, hey, I was looking for a detox, but hey, he's bundling it with this weight loss, and maybe I'll just give it a try. And because one of the weight loss products I have has melatonin. So people that have trouble sleeping, and the weight loss things are all natural. It's not like these drug things, but this certainly isn't a plug. That's why I'm not even going to say the name of the product. But, I use that as an example because then I would go after like melatonin and things like that, right? For people that are looking for melatonin, then they're like, well, this has 10 milligrams of melatonin. Maybe, I'll buy that weight loss. Maybe it'll help me lose some weight and I still get to take the 10 milligrams of melatonin, right? So, and that was the nighttime formula. So there's the daytime weight loss, nighttime weight loss, detox. And so there's a bunch of but bundling the different things together, I could make like such a different combination of products and give me more keywords to go after, right? And that works for anything. I mean, if you had a jump rope and you had, the weight squeezer hand thing, those like fitness straps, like those rubberized ones we saw, like those were really cool. Just on the last trip to China, the massage balls, so you could just start thinking of like, okay, I'll do a jump rope and a massage ball because, I bet like that would be good after like doing a bunch of jump rope, to use that massage ball. And that would make you stand apart. There's a lot of people selling massage balls. There's a lot of people selling jump ropes, but, and I'm guessing here, but there's probably very few that sell that as a bundle. And that's how you could really stand apart because someone might not be looking for a massage ball. They're looking for a jump rope. But then they're like, hey, instead of these 10 other people selling jump ropes, like I've heard of those massage balls. Those are really cool. And, we're doing the same thing like with the wine product, right? Like it's really cool how you can like bundle them to stand apart.
Exactly.
And that's what I really like.
So these are just a few ways to scale up your business, and we go way into more detail about everything. If you go to amzshow.com, just enter your first name and email, and we will meet you on the other side.
You are listening to The AMZ Show. If you would like to get our free training videos, go to amzshow.com. Enter just your first name and email address, and we will meet you on the other side. The information presented in this podcast is intended to be for your educational and informational purposes only. None of the statements contained in this podcast should be viewed as a prediction, guarantee, or promise that participating in our recommended programs will result in you generating a certain amount of income or achieving any level of monetary success. Success in any endeavor is based on many numbers of factors, including but not limited to hard work and capital resources. There are inherent risks in any business opportunity, and caution should be exercised before applying our information. You are encouraged to consult with your attorney, CPA, or financial advisor before doing so.